Hi everyone! In this video, we are going to simplify expressions using the order of operations. Before we go through and simplify this, let's list out the order of operations first. Some people prefer the mnemonic PEMDAS. This represents parentheses, exponents, multiply and divide, add and subtract. I prefer the expression for the mnemonic, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, because I remember that one better. The P stands for parentheses, then E represents the exponents. M and D are the same step, and I combine them from left to right, multiplying and dividing from left to right, and then adding and subtracting is also from left to right, and it is also the same step. So we do all of the parentheses first, we do all of the operations inside, then we do all of the exponents, multiplying and dividing, and then adding and subtracting. So here we have our expression over here on the left-hand side, and I have a set of parentheses. So I'm going to go through all of the operations inside of there. The operations I see are an addition sign and a multiplication sign. And once we get inside the parentheses, we also do all of the operations as the order of operations. Because multiplying and dividing is before adding and subtracting, we will multiply first and then we will add the 6. So 5 times 5 is the first thing we do, which is 25. And I'm going to copy everything else down because we haven't accomplished the rest of those. Now that I've multiplied inside the parentheses, I still need to work inside the parentheses because we're not done. Now I can go ahead and add these together. 6 plus 25 is 31. And now that I've completed that, I can drop off the parentheses and I can either replace this right here with a multiplication sign, or if you prefer those parentheses, we can leave it on to also indicate multiplication. Now that we've completed all of the operations inside the parentheses, we can move on to the next step in our order of operations. So parentheses are complete. Now we need to move to exponents. The exponent we have here is base 2 raised to the 5th power. This means that I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. If you want to do that by hand or with your calculator, we end up getting the number 32. And because we haven't completed this multiplication yet, we'll leave that here. Now that we've completed the exponents, we can move to the next step, which is multiply and divide from left to right. There's only one operation here, which is multiplying. I don't have any division, so I'm going to multiply the 3 and the 31. This gives us 93. And we haven't completed this part, so we'll just write it down, copy it. Now that we've completed all of the multiplication and division operations, we move to adding and subtracting from left to right. Since I only have one of those, which is subtracting, I'm going to subtract 93 minus 32. And if you're doing this by hand, I like to line these up so that the place values are in line, and we can just do 3 minus 2, which is 1, 9 minus 3 is 6, which gives us 61. And now we've simplified our expression using the order of operations.